What's up, everybody? Naja Natalia here. I'm so glad to be back on YouTube. Been busy nonstop. Just got a second job at H&M, and I am very happy to share this moment with you guys. I wanted to talk to you about something, but first, I'm gonna show you my outfit of the day. This hat from my boyfriend, taking his hats, and then the shirt here is from the Limited. Jewelry from H&M. The earrings were Charlotte Russe. A gift from my dad. Gift from my brother, which, by the way, I am not married. And then these jeans are from PacSun, high waist. I am a big fan of high waist. Shows the curves and yet chic. And also, by the way, lipstick from H&M. As you can see, it's awesome, right? I love this color. I have to get more colors. But let's talk for a second. Check the time. It is now 11:57, basically noon. Now we want to talk about relationships. The good thing about relationships, the bad thing about relationships, and how each of relationship in everybody's world is totally different. But basically, to mostly answer this question that I think is on everybody's mind, what is a relationship and how you define it? Relationships basically where two people or more, depending on if you want an open relationship, be, you know, all in one person and another, but that's not the point. But basically, a relationship where it involves two people who really want to work out to see if they feel that this process can be leading to marriage or not. And everybody's relationship is different. Some people want to date, a guy wants to date a guy wants to date a guy, girl wants to date a girl, or a guy or a girl just want to date more than one person because they don't want to be monogamous for the rest of their life. Who cares about monogamy? But anyway, I do. But basically, relationships is a part of life, and it's also a lesson learned. Why? Because you get to learn about love. You get to learn about what they like, what they don't like, what to do when you meet their families, and if they have kids, what to do when you meet their kids, and if you think they're the right ones for them. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was talking so much, but now a definition of people's relationship. Everybody takes relationships differently. Not every relationship is the same. Like, for example, the first date, of course, impressions is the key. The first impression always gives off if you want to be with this person, if you want to not be with this person. So always make the best impression on your first impression. Otherwise, you don't want the guy to be getting to know you as the desperate one that just wants to get hit on the first night. And women, don't think men as basically a scumbag that just want to bang every woman. But you have to do basically not judge them, but keep a close eye on different sex, because whatever vibe they give you, make sure you take that vibe and be like, okay, you are something. Let me see how I'll fit with you. You know what I'm saying? And if you decided to get more with the relationship, that's great. But if you decided not to, it's okay. You don't have to be so dependent on relationships. If you want to be single, be single. Do you? Have fun. Enjoying yourself, getting your shit together, and that you don't have to worry about, depending on one another person if they're not going to be there or not. So, it's okay to say, I'm single, I'm loving it. But if you're in a relationship, say, that's okay, I'm in a relationship, and I love that person to death. But my father always say, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you're actually married. Which, by the way, I am not married. This is just a ring that my brother gave to me from the Navy. It's a very gorgeous ring. But that's not my point. The reason why my dad says this is because he doesn't think, even though you're in a relationship, nowadays we look at it as marriage. I halfway understand it, but I have some disagreements in the way. I understand it because, yes, you're not married. If he doesn't put a ring on your finger, if he fully does not commit to you, then yeah, you're still basically single. You can still talk to other people. But what I don't understand is relationship dating is a process to marriage. So basically, you have to test yourself to see if that person's marriage material. That way, you get a brief understanding of who you are, who that person is, and if you feel like that part of you is with him. If you're the Eve to this Adam. See what I'm saying? But not everything has to be so serious. Have fun, but there will be some serious times. Like, you talking about moving in together, meeting family, having kids, and just trying to figure out what's best for you and him. Now, meeting a family, I must warn you, every relationship has a different way of meeting the family. My thing, I am not good with mothers. I feel like mothers don't like me because of my vibe. But my boyfriend's mom is actually just like me. She's very awesome and, carefree, but also concerned about her son, which I don't blame. Her son can be, a little dissy sometimes, but I love him. I love him. She loves him. That's her firstborn. And she's very colorful and artsy, and she's just very sweet. That's what I love about her. I never met the father because the father passed away like 8 years ago. So if I ever got a chance to meet him, I will tell him that your son is awesome and that I love your son, and I'm glad that he is with me, and I'm glad that I'm sharing this experience with him, which I'll just show you guys a picture. This is Mr. Smith. This is Jonathan's father. His name is Michael, and I would love to get to meet him one day, hopefully in a better place. But I wish he was here so I'd be able to get to know him better. If I can, there you go. And his son is just like his father. He has this certain way of presence and everything that makes me feel good. But always like I said, make the first impression on everything. Your job, school, meeting a family. Yes, that's very important, especially on holidays. I'm spending Thanksgiving with my boyfriend's family for the first time. I'm a little nervous because I'm cooking with the mother. So I am a little nervous, but at the same time, I'm going to be calm about it. You know why? I've spent time with his mom before. We went to Kingston meeting together. I mean, she's cool and everything. I'm just always nervous around her because sometimes I don't know what to say around her, and I don't know what to say to his cousins. Now, there are some people in the family where you have to be, careful because they may give you a whole lot of questions like, are you right for him? Do you have a job? Do you have any kids? Have you ever been married? Have you ever cheated on before? Have you ever cheated anything? Like, have you done anything, stupid and negative? So just remain calm. Trust me, remain calm. Now, the next thing is how to deal if that significant other cheated on you. Now, that's a very touchy subject because it depends on any type of cheating. Here's why I consider cheating. If you spend more time with that person more than your significant other, always go to him with your problems and never discuss it with your significant other. Having sex, sending pictures, naked pictures of each other, and just, so clingy around them. Those are the 5 top things I consider cheating. You may flirt, you may, talk to them, but don't get all touchy situation around me because I will kill you. I almost killed this girl at an anime convention when she jumped over my man and not see me next to him. Like, you don't see this, right? You don't see me getting angry and not killing you. But that's not the point. Now, I must say, when men cheat stupidly. When women cheat smart. The reason I said men cheat stupidly because y'all do stupid things and suspect that women will not catch on. Like Love and Hip Hop, for example. Tara just found out that Peter Gunz cheated on her with Amina Butterfly, and now him and Amina Butterfly are married. But the thing is, Peter and Tara are also married. So it's weird how Peter Gunz think he can handle both of them, but Tara had a suspicion So it's not that she cheating on him, but she already knew that he was doing something suspicious, but not this much. And you know what she did? She's leaving him, which is great. And they probably will look for another apartment, which is great. I just don't think that Amina should be, why did she hit me for? I didn't do nothing to her. You stole her husband. Come on now. And how you not know that he has 2 kids? 2. Come on now. But anyway, that's past the point. Point is, cheating is not right. Don't cheat on your significant other for any reason or for any stupid reason. If y'all lost touch, just talk it out. Be like, look, we haven't been intimate lately. We have a talk lately, and I missed you. Let's find ways to rekindle the relationship. Don't just sneak up with some other heifer or some other dude and think it's okay. It's not okay. Now, next thing is marriage. I've never been married. I have a sister who's married, but marriage is very important. I have grandparents who've been married for over 50 years. Over 50 years. That's a long time to be together. And my father has always cherished their marriage. Like my dad was married to my mom for over 20 years, and somehow it just didn't work out. I mean, I didn't take the divorce well, but I learned that sometimes love can last, some cannot. So I have to learn that they still have respect for each other, but they're not in love with each other. And I don't think they'll probably ever get back. My older sister thinks they do, but no, I don't think so. But when you're dealing with relationships, you have to be very careful on what goes on in your life as well. Because if you come into a relationship basically in a fucked up mode, you're not prepared. You're not prepared for anything that will change. So my advice is take the time for yourself. Give yourself at least 6 months to a year or 2, but nothing past 2 years, because otherwise it was gonna be a little bit hard for you, just a little bit. But just take time for yourself, relax, get yourself back, get to know yourself better than what you used to do. Now, if you're dating a person that has kids, be very aware. The kids is very important. If you don't like the kids, then a relationship is not going to work, because the kids is very important. Get to know the kids. Give the kids a good vibe that you are the right person for their mom or their dad. Now, if you end up being married, being a stepfather, yes, being a stepfather is a big job. But at the same time, you want to be better for the kids. That way, you will have a better experience, a better understanding with them. So just understand exactly where they're coming from, because you used to be that age, or you probably been through that same experience with them. The next thing I want to talk about is sex. Some people think sex is not important, but yes, it is. Sex is the main point. It's like a breaking point of from where you were before to where you are now. Sex, to me, sex is important, but not that important, because it's more on the mental, emotional, spiritual vibe. Nothing physical. I mean, physical is a bonus, but at the same time, it's more mental, spiritual, emotional. You have to go through all that just to get the best sex. Like spiritual, emotional, that is the key to having the best sex ever. And I'm telling you this because it's the truth. And by the way, if y'all notice my head is shaved. It's shaved. I like it. Going back natural, but that's not the point. Sex is the main thing. I mean, you have to, give some things. And some egos may be in the way, but toss that to the side for now. Just give them a little body party. Do a little lingerie or just throw some candlelights, but make sure they're nowhere near the curtains and they're nowhere near the blankets that way. Or nowhere near the carpet. As a matter of fact, no candles. Just make it nice little music, soul music, R&B music, get it down. Just like that. And that way, y'all will be in sync. But wear protective condoms. Have safe sex. Practice safe sex. It is very important. You may never know if your next significant other has HIV or AIDS. You may never know if they have an STD, clamps, herpes, any of that. So have protective sex. Very important. Now, virgins. If you're in a relationship with a virgin, I know what it's like because I used to be one, but it's sometimes it's a good thing. There's a pros and cons about that. Being a virgin in a relationship is actually good because they're trying new things. They're doing relationships, they're taking it easy, they're taking it slow, and they're trying everything. Here's the bad part. If you're dating a virgin that just constantly wants sex and then you take it and then it kind of feels weird for them, give them time, don't have sex often, but give them some guidance on how to work it because sometimes virgins don't know how to do it. So just be like, I want it like this, or I like it from here, or I like you face down, ass up, or just staring at me so we have emotional connection. Guide them because sometimes they don't know how to do it. Now, to end this video, my biggest advice is if you really love somebody, then work out with the relationship. If you don't love somebody, then don't drag them on into a relationship that you know it doesn't exist. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. All the links is all over Facebook, so Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and X.fm.